Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marcus Bradley, host and founder of the XY Perspective. Tonight we had an open conversation about broke versus poor and the differences between the two. I got Leonard Love, one of my esteemed, distinguished members of the gentlemen of the panel. He's been with the XY Perspective both years now, and his knowledge and expertise is second to none. He's a retired veteran, served like 275 years, and he's with us tonight to help us go over this topic. Welcome, Leonard. How are you? I still can't get used to calling you that,
Hello, sir.
but welcome.
Hello, sir. Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
I haven't done
But,
275 years, but it's been close to enough. I mean,
okay.
I got government work, and to answer your question about the XY perspective of poor and being broke, and I'll lead out. Um, so, being poor, in my opinion, is a mentality.
Okay.
Grew up that way. I didn't know I was poor when I was growing up, but my mother made sure I had everything I needed. And being broke is a financial issue, in my opinion. Um,
Okay.
it just was that type of thing in my era. I grew up during the 70s and the 80s, and then I learned how to do stuff financially to make sure I wasn't broke.
Okay.
I graduated from the poor area, of thinking to make sure I was trying to help my family to get out of that mentality as well.
Okay. Well, the book definition for poor, like you said, is a mental state tied to certain beliefs about wealth. And I think those mental beliefs about wealth are fear driven. It's passed on through generations, of course. You got that mental state where we get it out the mud, started from the bottom, blah 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 blah. All that is like it's celebrated to be poor minded. You're not necessarily broke. You're poor minded. You're scared to take risks, which means you'll always be poor. And for broke, the book definition is a financial state, as again, like you said, tied to a lack of capital, a lack of money, whether it be income or residual income, benefits, or like uh, stuff that you're given to, things like that. So, is we know that poor and broke is not the same, but is poor and poverty the same?
Poor and poverty. I well, you just threw that one on me. Poor and poverty. I think they are close related. They may not be the
Okay.
same, but they're closely related. Poverty is in that same mentality as poor, which means
Right.
you can work your way out of it, but you can't work your way out of damn gone being broke. You can't work your. You can't work. Well, you got to do some whole lot of work to get out.
I'm about to say, you can, because that's what a lot of poor people believe in. It's just working, 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 and you won't be broke. You work hard enough, you won't be broke. But
That's
that's again a poor mindset, because if you're working to pay bills or working just to make money, then that's where you're gonna be stuck. You can't get over the hump, I'll say. And that hump of not being broke comes with taking risk, saving, future preparation, that a rainy day fund, so to speak, or something like that. That's something that could keep you dealing with emergencies, but you stay on top, never in the red. We get used, especially with credit, like credit cards. Remember back in our day, it was checks. And boy, people write a rubber check in a minute, bounce that thing halfway to the moon and back.
right.
And you stayed in trouble, but we weren't taught most of those things until we got older. And now that we have, now we can sit back and have these conversations about being poor or being broke. Because as with you in Alabama, everybody was the same. We was all poor. I don't think we. I don't think black people are broke. I don't think black people are broke. I think they got bad spending habits and bad saving habits and things of that nature. Bad investment habits, scared to take risks, thinking everything is a scam. I don't think black people are broke. I just think we have just bad habits that we can't seem to shake for some reason. Your thoughts on that?
So when I say being poor, and I respect the word poor as opposed to broke.
Mm-hmm.
When I say I respect
Mm-hmm.
poor, to this day, I eat me a bologna sandwich. I go
Mm-hmm.
eat me a grilled cheese sandwich because I know that's what's gonna make me through the day. But when you're broke, you got some bills that you can't pay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference between the two. I mean, you got to
Okay. Uh,
the scope of where your money at. When you're poor, you got to buy the bare minimum. But when you're broke, you just can't buy nothing. That's just my opinion.
right. So is can you? We've already discussed about trying to work your way out of broke. Can is it to the point now where I know we're both married? Is it where you have to have a dual income family to stay out of broke days?
I,
You can still be poor with dual income, but will that get you out of those broke days that you see?
in my opinion, um, I mean, you can make it single, but when you have a family, I think it's necessary to have dual incomes to where you can financially pay all your bills, blah, and do all everything you do externally, and go buy some food and do everything you want to do. By yourself, you probably can handle it as well, but
Hmm.
you got as a human being, I didn't want to say man or woman, but as a human being,
Okay.
you gotta be strong to make sure you taking care of your responsibilities to make sure these bills getting paid.
Right. Right. So taking care of those responsibilities, you can be poor but not broke, or can you be broke and not poor, or do you have is one guaranteed with the other?
Me personally, I can be poor because
Hmm.
okay, so I'm gonna flip it back around. Um,
Okay, I got
um, just because you're rich and have millions of dollars, don't mean you're rich.
you. Right. Right. You could be broke.
You you're rich don't mean you got everything in life. You can be an
Right.
unhappy
Right.
rich person. But to answer your question,
Right.
um, I would rather be broke. I'm sorry, I take it back. I take it. I would rather be poor than broke.
Okay. I accept that. I accept that.
I can call,
So
say, hey, help me out because I can
you
fix
know,
broke stuff, but I can't fix the poor stuff.
like I've known people buy these big old houses, and they're called what we call house poor. You can barely get by. Ain't no furniture in place. You got this big old house, and y'all in there sleeping on air mattresses and clothes and trash bag stuff because you can't afford hangers and things of that nature. I've actually seen it. My younger days when I installed cable in Indianapolis. You go to some of these richer neighborhoods, big old beautiful houses. You go in, there, no furniture in the place because they can't afford really to put furniture in there. But they would rent furniture to throw parties, and I'm like, that sounds
Right,
stupid, but that's all they could do. They were house poor,
right,
and so that's now they're living beyond their means.
right.
But isn't that the same as being broke? You rich, you got it. You got this big old house, you got nice cars, but your expenses exceed your income. Aren't you still broke too?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Make
yes.
good, make good sense. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I can't argue with that. But
So technically, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but yeah, you're correct. But being poor, you have to understand that you don't know what you're missing out on because you don't have it before. Um,
Okay.
Okay, so now I'm graduating to. I see everybody else got all this other stuff. Okay, so now I got to step my game up, go to school, get my game up, so I can get to that, to where they get. I mean, the Joneses.
And the Joneses is a killer because you can find yourself in a lot of hurt or in a bad way trying to live beyond your means, and you robbing Peter to pay Paul and juggling bill. Well, I'll pay this next week, or I'll pay this with my next check, and next thing you know, your car getting repo.
I'm
But
56 years old, and it ain't that I got to have everything the guy next door to me got. I mean, I want the stuff I want. I mean, but I ain't greedy. I just want the stuff to make myself and my family happy. I ain't trying to get
right.
everything. I mean, do I need a damn Benz? I need all that. I just need a car to drive. I just need to.
So
Yeah,
so is it a basic need thing that keeps people broke, or is it an expectation thing that keeps people broke?
I think it's the greediness. I think it's the greediness.
Okay, just plain old greed.
Yeah, plain no greed. Yeah.
Now, as a people, well, let me ask you this question first. I was doing some research on this. Let me ask you this. Poor people avoid learning about investments for fear of taking risk, and poor people only invest in informal education and not financial literacy. You agree or disagree with that? Poor people only invest in formal education, not financial literacy.
So my answer to that question is ignorance. So ignorance don't mean that you're dumb. It means that you
Okay,
know. And
it
so,
means that you're what?
say again, sir.
You said it means that you're what?
You don't know. Ignorance don't mean
Okay,
ignorance means that you're not aware.
okay,
So if they're not going to get educated to build on top of what they already know, they don't know how to educate it, how to go forward and do the things they do need to do to be professional, to advance.
okay,
That's my whole point.
okay. Now, here's where we turn it for men. So I'll stay with us. I know it's an open discussion, but I'll stay with us since it's us rapping. Uh, even in our military days, we served a lot of years. I didn't ever get a class on financial literacy. 20 some years, never got a class. I got TSP, the savings account that they took out of your check every month, but they didn't give you a class on nothing investing, no financial literacy, no housing, no retirement, no nothing. No, they want you to do 20 years and that's it. But they didn't teach. That's just with us with soldiers. As men now, what can we do or what do we need to do to break the habit or break this cycle of this poor mindset, or we looked at as these black men are broke, women are outpacing us, they make more money than us, which is not confirmed, but it's just a narrative that's being placed upon us, and we accept it. What can we do, or what should we be doing to break the mold, so to speak, and stop this narrative that we just these broke dudes that's dumb, we don't have education, or women are outpacing us, they're making more money than us, and the narrative that's being preached on that.
So me and you touch at least 5 people a day. I mean, and I know you know a lot of guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I explain to my son all the time, and I tell him, look, so you got to understand the basics. So it starts off as a checking account, which is easy money. Then you go to a savings account. Then you got to understand about a money market. Then you got to understand about mutual funds. Then you got to understand about your TSP. I mean, and then you got what do you call it? IRA. I mean, they have to understand that one day I mean, you might be 20 something or 30 something or 40 something, but one day you're gonna be 60 something and you're gonna retire. So you have to understand how all these steps go and to where these savings are going to you. I mean,
Okay.
you know what? who is thinking about writing a will? You know, go see a lawyer. Excuse me, sir. You all right?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
go get you a will. I mean, leave that stuff to somebody, whether it be your wife, your mother, your sister, whoever. I mean, there's a lot of financial areas that you have to do this kind of stuff in to make sure that you stuff to your family. I mean, a lot of things not being talked about where you want to be buried. You want to be burned, or do you want to be put in a grave? I mean, all these kind of things, conversations are not being happened within our community. You know?
Yeah. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marcus Bradley. I'm joined by Leonard Love. We're discussing broke and poor. This pop-up topic tonight, this open discussion. Put the link on my Facebook page. You can join the conversation if you want to. It's on the StreamYard app. You come in, I get you on camera, or you can jump in the comments. Leonard, I want to ask you about that. Is it up to now? I understand all the financial things that you were talking about, and all those things that need to be discussed and had. Does the responsibility fall on us as men to lead that charge? I think so. But do you think it's all on our shoulders, or do we need help to do so?
I think it's a team family effort. It's a group effort for everybody within your family to make that decision. You can't put all those, in my opinion, you can't put all that weight just on your shoulder.
I think in the individual family, yes. I think it's like praying. You know, we go as we pray, and it's up to us, you know, as the head of the households to lead charge in that area. But then too, if we want the financial literacy to take place, and then like our kids to stop wasting money on dumb stuff, you know, hey, we got to. I got your allowance this week, but I'm putting it over here. I'm saving it for you. I'm gonna give it all to you when I'm gonna make this investment. Right. I want to buy, you know, Bubblicious. No, it'll be plenty of time to get gum. You know, we're gonna put in this savings account or this investment account. We're gonna show you how to open. I'm gonna show you how to fill out the paperwork. I think our ladies have done as good a job as they can, and without the, you know, with everything from them being on the emotional standpoint, they sometimes skip over the logic of the long-term aspect of investing and the future sight that men use to program things or put structure in the place that's going to keep building up. You know, even if it's a slow build, it's a build up. So, I agree with you. Yes, it does take a team environment once the structure is put into place by the man in that situation, because if you're not leading somewhere, you're following. And you know, we both have wives, and if they see a little extra here or there, it's like, ooh, we can do something. We can go somewhere. We can we can go pick something up. You know, they spend it as quick as they get it sometimes. Right. Not all of them, but some of them. And I think if we were there to, like, you know, hold on, let's put this over here first.
Exactly.
Or let's do this first. But then we ourselves have got to be educated. So as with our talk on Tuesday about male leadership, specifically Black male leadership, who do we follow to get this information from? Or who do we turn to? Because you said it's a lot of us are ignorant of it because we don't know. But I think we do know. We just don't implement. But what do you think? Who do we turn to for that? Sorry.
And then that weight comes back on me. Then I got to make a decision. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Now the hammer's falling down. I'll make this right or wrong. I mean, we're going to drive on this side of the road. You know, I mean,
right.
I understand what you're saying. Everything you said was perfect. I mean, you said something wrong, I'll let you know. But you ain't said nothing wrong.
Yes, sir.
I mean, but family is family, and there's a lot of tough decisions that we have to make that are not discussed. Like I said before about, you know, where you want to be buried. Did you do a will?
Do you? Have you done a will?
Yes, I sure have.
Okay. Okay. Was it a difficult thing to do, or?
Well, the lawyer told me and my wife we got to separate because he don't want to be in between us, and so she had to leave, and she had to come back in and do her own will. I was like, that's fine, no problem. Hell, I left
Oh, okay, okay.
I left everything to her anyway. Hell, I mean, who I'm leaving
That
to?
because we tend to overlook things like life insurance, the death benefit to pay out upon some tragic happens, some unfortunate happens. We're like, oh, we don't need that. Yes, you do. I don't want my folks to be on here go funding trying to put me somewhere. Like, no, because I want to party when I'm up out of here. I want to party. After they get done with my military ceremony, let's get this thing crunk. Turn that music up. No, don't be singing no Amazing Grace and His Eyes on the Sparrow. No, I don't want none of that.
Yeah,
Turn the music up and let's get it going.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'm gone. I mean, they'll be crying for me. I hope I go out happy.
I was
So I want
happy.
y'all to be happy too.
I better laugh when I'm
But but I want that death benefit to be to the point where once the funeral is paid for and I'm in the ground, y'all can still pay the bills for many, many years to come. And I
exactly.
hope I have a legacy in place to where not only my kids, my grandkids are benefiting from the work that I put in right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But why don't we have these conversations? We know about this stuff. It's not like we have the internet at our fingertips all day long.
It's
And
no,
when we still
it's no
go ahead,
secret.
I'm sorry.
I said, yeah, it's no secret at all. It's no secret.
Yeah.
But
But
number,
I
go,
don't want
go see your doctor.
I,
Take care of your medical health, get your exercise in, go take care of
mhm,
your. So, I mean, there's a long laundry list. I mean,
mhm.
COVID came and hit a whole lot of people, and it's coming back again. I mean, we ain't gonna go into that conversation, but anyway, but I
And
agree.
folks still didn't wake up though. They still didn't wake up. How many people did you lose from COVID? You know, yeah, and they were planning to be here for a while. And COVID take them out, and they ain't left you with nothing. No death benefit, no burial fee, no nothing. They're just you know
Yeah,
they gone tomorrow. So what do you do? And us as black people, we got to stop with this mindset of we're invincible. We can live through anything. And oh man, I ain't worried about that. Or that doctor don't know what he's talking about. Yes, he does or she does. They know what they're talking about. If you're sick, if chances are you're sick, or I'm gonna believe in God. Well, God give you autonomy to go get some insurance too, just in case He say it is your time. The doctor was right. We love to say Jesus is a healer. Yes, He is, but
yeah,
sometimes it's your time.
yeah,
And we got to get out of this mindset, this poor mindset or this broke mindset of I'm gonna just spend it as I get it. You can't take it with you. You can't. Yes, you can save it. Yes, you can put it to use. Let your money make money for you. And the excuse of we don't know has played out. Has played out. We grown.
I
We
get.
grown. You can read. You can
Yeah,
search the internet. You want to YouTube and TikTok all day. You can just do that same search to pull up no death benefit or IULs, insurance policies, or um, be your own bank, or start your own business, and not necessarily having to sell anything as a business. You just start an LLC, and you can use that for tax benefits. I have a tax business. I ain't sold nobody tax. I have a travel business. I'm sorry. I ain't sold nobody travel but mine. And now I had this thing for going on 4 years. I ain't booked nobody travel but mine. And it is not lucrative at all, but it is great for taxes. And everywhere I go, that's how the rich stay rich. They got their own LLCs, they write off everything. But we got to have these conversations. People got to stop thinking everything is scam.
and that's why the poor.
And, and, uh-huh.
I said that's why the poor stay poor because they ain't thinking like what you're saying right there is progressive. And
Mm-hmm.
we gotta get their mindset out the gutter so they can learn how to do something. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can take one class and be educated.
One.
One,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the start.
One.
You know what? Then you take two more. Then you move
Mm-hmm.
forward to get you a degree. That way,
Yes.
you're competitive in getting a job in the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Siri, shut up. My bad.
It's all right. Hey Siri, shut up. That's a new one. That's all right. Is being poor or being broke a choice?
Say it one more time.
Is being broke or being poor a choice?
So it depends on what age level you're talking about. So being born into one of those situations is a different. So
Okay.
at being, let's say, 30 years old,
25 and up. Let's do 25. At
okay,
25.
so at 25 years and up, yeah, you done fucked up. I'm sorry, excuse my language. So at 25 and up, you done basically chose that era. You
Okay,
just
we both got kids in that age bracket. Um, what do you say to a mentee or somebody that you're mentoring that's broke at 25?
so when you say they're broke, so are they in debt broke? Or
Uh,
you know what I'm saying?
let's say okay, they got a dead end job, uh, shift manager at Chick-fil-A or something like that, and they live in an expensive city area, urban area of some sort, and they come to you for help.
Well,
And
well,
what are some of your first questions to them?
so you know me, and in my experience, what I would highly recommend is that number one, I gotta pull your spouse in if you have a spouse. And
Okay.
we got a teammate work on how to set some money aside so we
Hmm.
get some money back in your pocket to savings, and then
Okay.
take care of those bills. Um, then we have to figure out how to pay off the bills that you have excessively been missing out on.
Hmm. So budgeting to start out.
Basically, basically.
You get yourself a budget. I'll have to ask them, be like, first of all, what are you doing with your money? You know, with how much is your rent, and why do you need this 4 bedroom apartment? And it's just you,
Yeah,
or whatever. Wouldn't you be the same with a studio, or can you get, who you showing out for? Why are you driving a Maserati on a Chick-fil-A salary? What you trying to do? Do you live in the car? You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but
Why
I think
why you got 17 suits and and you
and
can't
then
afford?
don't wear them.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't wear them nowhere.
yeah.
You don't need nothing custom. You need to sell
Hey,
them.
good,
But
hey,
I'm
Brad,
up.
Miss Brad, you know me. Hell, I still wear my damn army t-shirts. They be like, "Damn, you got all that money."
I do too. Yep, t-shirt and socks. My
and,
wife get tired of them now. T-shirts and socks. Them green socks all in the laundry. I'm gonna wear them to the bottom come off of. But I mean that's free stuff.
yeah,
But and I'm that and we're not even close to even being medium. We're doing really well over here. But no, I just because we got it, we ain't finna trick on it. We like to travel. But once we have those budgeting talks, I think is a certain approach, especially to those 25-year-olds, where we got to show them some tough love. Be like, look, I'm gonna give you this information, but you're gonna do with it what you want to do with it. And once I give you the information, I'm gone. Don't be calling me asking me. I gave you the clues. You need to be able to put it together. Because if you continue to do it for them, I've learned the hard way with my own kids. If you continue to do it for them and make it easy for them, the worst choices they'll make because they figure you always gonna have that safety net and bail them out. We messed up again. I messed up the money again. Hey, I'm sorry for you, man. Man, that's unfortunate. Because I ain't got nothing to tell you. I'm broke. Look, that's when I pull that card. I'm broke. I ain't got nothing.
I
I
would
ain't got nothing for you.
I would throw you some rope. I ain't gonna choke you, but I gotta let you go out there and run a little bit yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna let you drown.
Right.
You
And that's
know what I'm saying?
that's the hard part because poor people can have all the best intentions, but they just scared to take that next step. Like you tell somebody, man, this is a good business investment, and you can lay it all out for them. All I need is $1,000 from you.
But broke people, they're done.
Yeah, they don't even they'll never have it. Poor people will have 1,000. They got it somewhere. They just scared to risk it. Be like, man, that sounds like a pyramid scheme. Oh, this that da 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 da.
Right.
Broke people ain't even got that. Broke people ain't got $100.
Nope.
You know, and usually you could tell when a broke person calls for a loan. You like, I'm just gonna chalk that up. I ain't never gonna see that again. You got to be prepared to just go and get out of the way. You can't call them because then you call them. They're like, man, I got your old funky $100. Well, was it funky when I gave it to you? Yeah.
Right. 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 Right.
I'm, I'm not. I ain't the one to clean money. I don't wash it, but I
Right.
know it wasn't funky.
Then you
You know,
call
I
somebody,
use cash.
ask you like 4 months.
Yeah.
What's going on? You still mad at me about that damn $100?
Yeah, I done forgot about it. Once you chalk it up, it's gone.
Oh yeah,
But again, that's a mindset. Can
it
we?
is. I agree. I agree. It's a mindset of being poor. I mean, I grew
But
up like
can we?
I'm not poor anymore. I'm not broke anymore either. I'm not either side of those coins. But I'm a good manager of money to where we're living successfully. Um, if I had to give a
And
class,
successful is whatever you determine it to be. It's certain levels of success too. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. I mean, if I had to explain to somebody, you, you, your credit score means a lot. I mean, there's a whole lot of thing with the finance part, which is on the broke side. The poor side is,
Hmm.
you was living. You was just coming up that way to live. It was just
Hmm.
that part. I mean, I came up that way. And I'm quite sure there's a lot
Poor.
came up that way as well, and still going through that right now. I mean, I've seen a lot of people in
I,
California, Chicago, Detroit. I mean, a lot of cities, and it's not a good thing to see. Uh, I've came out of grocery stores or restaurants and gave my leftovers to homeless people. I mean, out of the kindness of my heart, because I knew he was hungry. Uh-oh, what happened here, Mr. Brett? Okay, I need to go smoke anymore.
my apologies, sir. Something happened. Sorry about that. We back in. We back live.
Hello, 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 hello. Okay, where am
Not
I?
yet. All right. Well.
Can you see me now?
Okay. There it is. We back.
Okay. I don't know what happened there. I got cut off, and I don't know what I
You
was.
got you got to unmute now.
Okay, so I got
Or
to
is that
un.
me?
Yes, you. Hello, test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello, hello, hello,
Hello.
hello. I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me?
Hmm. Still can't hear you.
During the show, everyone can see and hear
Let's
you.
see what we got.
I no problem. I can hear you.
Nope. Can't hear you.
I
That
I
sucks.
can
I
hear.
apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Give me 1 second. 1 2 1 2.
I can see you. I just can't hear you. I can't hear you now. I see you moving around, Mr. Brad. I have no. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. I can see you. Yes. Can't hear you. All right, so go ahead and kill it. Let's kill it. Let's kill it.